In this episode of The VUE, mechanical engineer Michael Timm receives a meritorious civilian service medal. How do you save the community of Walla Walla nearly 1 million gallons of drinking water a year? Stay tuned to find out. We take a look at an event in Boise, Idaho featuring the new Dam Safety Action Classification for Lucky Peak Dam. And finally, we'll check in at Dworshak Dam and Reservoir for part one of a two-part series featuring its fish hatchery program. That's all coming up in this episode of The VUE, the Walla Walla District's digital news magazine. The Secretary of the Army awarded Michael Timm a meritorious civilian service medal for his, quote, superior performance and distinguished service from June through August of 2021 with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
Mr. Timm's dedication, outstanding initiative, and exemplary performance reflect great credit on himself, the Transatlantic Division, United States Army Corps of Engineers, and the Department of the Army. Signed, Major General Kimberly Colleton, U.S. Army Commander.
Serving as a mechanical engineer assigned to the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Expeditionary Workforce, Mike was without a doubt one of the main reasons DoD forces were able to retrograde and withdraw from Kabul, Afghanistan, without further loss of life or injury.
I just have to say that on behalf of the Northwestern Division, the Transatlantic Division of the United States Army Corps of Engineers, the combined U.S. Forces Afghanistan team, who I am confident would otherwise be here if it were not for the tyranny of distance, I want to commend you for your outstanding dedication to duty and your bravery. You were the exact right engineer on the ground at the exact right time, and you had the commitment to take the higher, hard road and see things through to the very end. And I can't tell you how much that means to us all, and it fully embodies our motto as engineers. SAOs.
The Walla Walla District congratulates Mr. Timm for this outstanding achievement. So how do you save the community of Walla Walla nearly 1 million gallons of drinking water a year? Well, if you are a U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Walla Walla District official, then you include environmental sustainability elements into the headquarters building's updated landscaping plan. At the start of summer 2021, NWW officials began modifying the landscaping around its district office campus to improve cost efficiency, safety, and to create a more inviting, people-friendly experience. Project manager Samantha Hancox oversaw this effort with Kelly Zack, a lead technician who conducted a final walkthrough inspection with her team on December 15, 2021. The new landscaping will utilize plants and trees that require less maintenance and water, while balancing the park-like aesthetics of our community. In addition, this project will reduce site operational costs, restore declining plant areas, update anti-terrorism standards for buildings, increase site safety, increase Americans with Disabilities Act / Architectural Barriers Act of 1968, access and circulation, employs hardscape solutions, and increases the NWW building presence. This landscaping project incorporates environmental sustainability elements projected to save 967,000 gallons of drinking water every year for the city of Walla Walla. The Walla Walla District Corps of Engineers culminated a 10-month-long series of dam safety engagements with Boise, Idaho area public and elected officials and emergency managers by holding a series of virtual and in-person public meetings and dam tour in early November 2021.
Today we're going to talk about three main things. First, we're going to talk about a change in the overall risk classification to Lucky Peak Dam and what that means. Next, we're going to discuss river flooding and the water management activities that we are doing alongside of our local and state partners to mitigate that risk to the Treasure Valley. And last, we're going to talk about the release of flood inundation maps on the National Inventory of Dams.
The goal was to communicate that the Lucky Peak Dam Safety Action Classification DSAC rating change from moderate meant the dam was a high-risk, structurally sound facility.
A robust dam safety program holds life safety paramount It includes periodic assessments, which are a combination of a periodic inspection and risk assessment. The periodic assessment is the routine activity that triggered the change to the risk classification that we are here to discuss with you today. The initial risk classification had Lucky Peak at a moderate risk level. It has been updated to high. Again, this is due to a better understanding of the consequences, better modeling that combines the inundation area with population and evacuation dynamics. The high consequences of Lucky Peak are due to the large volume water in the reservoir combined with the short distance to the population center and the geometry of the valley. Bottom line is that the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is changing the risk characterization from moderate to high. The condition of the dam hasn't changed, but our understanding of the consequences has changed.
The public meeting was broadcasted live through YouTube with a video presentation of the situation at hand. If you'd like to see the public meeting that was broadcasted live, tune in to the Walla Walla District's YouTube channel.
Hatchery is owned by the Corps of Engineers. It was constructed in the late 60s to mitigate for the construction and operation of Dworshak Dam.
We raise millions of fish. We're one of the largest steelhead facilities in the United States. Eggs are taken typically for steelhead in January through April, and those eggs are raised and reared here until about one solid year. We manipulate those eggs with temperature, so the ones in April get just as big as the ones in January. Temperature is how fast or how slow your fish are going to grow. If it's cold, they grow slow. If it's warm, it grows fast. And so we do a lot of manipulation here to make sure we get the full life cycle, replicates as best we can nature, and get the fish out when they're supposed to leave. In the end of March, middle of April, when the rivers start getting high and would blow the natural production out to the ocean. The hatchery is managed between U.S. Fish and Wildlife and the Nez Perce tribe. We raise together all the fish here. Everything is teamwork. Our goal is about 50-50 management at this point. Right now we have a little bit more on the Nez Perce tribe side.
We started this morning with the last pond of fish. We trucked up the river to Red House, and then after that we started doing the direct release here with the rest of the steelhead. Just go straight into the clear water right here.
We are kind of the phase one of release for us. We raise about 2.1 million steelhead. 900,000 of those are trucked off site. A couple 100,000 typically go to Lolo Creek. 300,000 go to Clear Creek, and then another 400,000 go to Red House, which is just a release site on the South Fork of the Clearwater River.
We work as a team to raise about 2.1 million steelhead. They get divided up into various sites. We also raise 1.65 million Chinook that get released here. We also transfer out another 400,000 Chinook to the Nez Perce tribe. And we also raise coho here as part of a coho Nez Perce tribe coho restoration project. From the Nez Perce tribe perspective, this is Nez Perce tribal land. This is a traditional fishing area. This area has been occupied by Nez Perce for thousands of years. The Nez Perce operate at Hatchery upriver at Kuski, downriver at Nez Perce Tribal Hatchery, and have a strong presence here. And the salmon and the steelhead are very, very important to the culture of the Nez Perce people. And we're happy to be working with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife and the Corps of Engineers and all our other partners to make this a success story.